This guy has been doing window tinting for 28 years, and over that time he has perfected the art. So if you want to learn how to do this for yourself or as a business, today we are going to teach you the process and all the tools that's needed. Subscribe! Good morning, I am back here at Audio Gallery in Verulam as per your guys' request, where we are working on my car. Now, Mr. Ashwin, how are you, brother?
How's it, man? How are you doing?
Nice to see you.
Lovely, good
nice
stuff,
to see you.
Man.
What you doing with that drill?
Going to strip your car.
So this is my car, guys, as you've seen in previous videos. And today we are doing window tinting. So what are the tools that are needed to do car window tinting? Let's go.
Okay, we need a heat gun for molding, light, drill, cordless screwdriver or a screwdriver, HAR solution if we are removing film, spray bottle, long nose pliers for taking out beadings, piking tool, this is a clip remover, pry tool. For cutting film and measuring, you need a measuring tape, marker, scissor. Then for doing the actual work, rear glass, this is called a bulldozer. This is called a gasket push stick. This is an easy reach corner tool, same application, but it's called an orange card. Then you got the conqueror, then you got a contour. This is called a chiseler. This is called a gold card for measuring. And then our two very important tools, which is our squeegee and our blue max. Apart from that, you obviously need your film. So you have your different colors, different grades, different manufacturers.
Now, Mr. Ashwin from Audio Gallery has been doing window tinting his whole life. Tell us a bit about your story while you strip my car. I want to take a moment to talk to you about you actually. You see, most people in South Africa are entrepreneurs. Either you have a business or you're working full-time and you started something on the side. But what most people don't know is how to find customers for their products or their services. Now, I'm doing this for 10 years. I have over 200 million views, over 350,000 followers, and I've worked with over 150 companies in South Africa. This is not a talent, it's just skills. If you learn the skills on what it takes to connect you to the right audience, then you will find customers. So if you want to start learning, you can pause this video and scan the QR code to my online community. It's called the Socialpreneur Academy. The link should be at nas.com/the Socialpreneur Academy. If you get on there, you can get my free PDF called How to Get Customers Online. This will teach you what's working. And when you're done with that, you can start my first course, which is called the Visibility Foundation. This course will teach you everything you need to know to get started online and build your presence and your brand and connect with the right people. So pause the video, scan the QR code, get started. Now, let's get back to the video. Cool, challenge.
So basically what happened was when I came off school, there was not much hope for me apparently, as per some people. So, so they asked me to, make something of myself.
Yeah.
I studied engineering for a little while, and I moved from engineering to making my first 50 rand in 5 minutes. That was in the year 1999.
That sounds like a 30 seconds of fame moment you had.
And I was walking in Durban, and window tinting was a big thing, but it wasn't the anti-smash and grab at the time.
Yeah.
It was just...
It was more fashion.
So what happened was, guy told me, no, you can't do window tinting, it's not your game. I was quite perturbed by it. So, but we continued, and 26 years later, it became Audio Gallery's core business. Like you guys know, we do sound.
Yeah.
But
so I'm going to interject. People can get angry at me, right? But last time we did an interview with you where we were talking about all the instruments, etc., and how you started your sound thing. But you just mentioned something now that window tinting is actually your core business. This is where you started.
Yes.
It wasn't sound. What a transition, or maybe I say an add-on to your services.
So what happened was, when we started off with window tinting, we're actually doing signage before that.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So you're a jack of all trades in the car world.
Well, you know what, we had to do whatever it was at that particular time, so I literally never work a day in my life.
Now, in a space of 3 minutes, you have stripped out 3 doors. How do you get yourself familiar with different cars? Cars are built differently. I remember I had a Korean car, the Hyundai Getz. You'll remember that was a car that actually, when I started doing this, I had, and people still ask me today whether I still have a car. But anyway, How do you get yourself familiar with the different cars? Because they built differently. The screws are in different places. The clips come out differently.
Every car has the same DNA, the same structure. So once you familiarize yourself with it, it's easy when you just have to pull. As you can see, it's effortless that I'm just pulling out, pull, push, prod, and everything just literally just comes apart.
That's how you strip your doors in 5 minutes.
Thank you.
Hey, that was a challenge, man. So we are stripping off my tint, and this tint has been with the car from the time we got the car. So what's the process now into removing tint?
So the
I can smell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's as you say, unsightly. It's unsmellingly. Unsmellingly, not nice.
As you remove the tint now, I'm noticing a lot of
residue, the glue residue that's left over from this previous tint.
How are you going to take that out?
We have a thing called ATR solution that's imported from overseas. It's a USA product.
You were telling me earlier something about percentage. You said mine is about 35%.
35%.
What does that mean?
Okay, so the legal requirement or legal South African requirement is 35%.
Yeah.
35% being the fact that that's what is a gazetted law. So what happens is, if you get stopped at a roadblock, if you have 35%, it's legal. If you have anything darker, depends on the cop that stops you. Sometimes they let it pass. You got a skin disorder or something to that effect. It's allowable. You get a doctor's note, you have it. The thing is, if you genuinely have a problem, the darker ones do suffice. So, it's good for medical purposes as well.
So my tint is damaged. It's been there since I got this car 2011.
So if you look at the tint here, you'll notice that there's residue and it's all scratched here. So it's not, and it's delaminating here. It's got all the scuff marks, but you won't be able to see it there, but it's got some scuff marks on it. So it's showing general wear. Tint has a lifespan. When it has a lifespan, it's obviously going to deteriorate over the time.
What's the lifespan?
I give a 7-year guarantee on our film.
Mine is 15 years old.
It's going to last, even the ones that I give 7 years with, it will last way longer. It just depends on how much of shade it has and how it's taken care of. Spa, say hi.
Hello, Spa.
Spa is now famous.
Top Spa or just Spa?
No, Checkers Spa.
Oh, Checkers. Born in the USA. That's my singing voice. You'll only hear it once and you'll never hear it again.
Now the liquid,
anyway.
Now the liquid that we put.
Things smells like something, I know. Like fruit salad. Not fruit salad, yeah.
Like fruit salad.
Like salad dressing.
Now we spray it and then we wait for it to soak a little. Softens the residue and then as you see,
it just comes out.
Yeah, it just starts. There's more than enough reasons why you should have film on your vehicle. Apart from that, we live in South Africa.
You want to hide your valuables, you put a tint. They won't know. Because they always say to you when you're driving, you don't leave your handbag or your bag or your valuables
laptop
and everything on the seat, you know what I mean? But if you put a tint, then no one can see through. Then you can leave don't listen to me, but I'm just saying. It's a good theory. That's like when you're washing your window with that device. Check how it come out like bubble gum. Can chow it.
No.
Okay. Let's talk about this whole smash. What's
anti-smash and grab?
Anti-smash and grab. Is that the standard now for all tints?
Well, there's still people that ask for a cheaper variation, which is like maybe a 2-ply. Sometimes people don't want to keep their cars too long, or they just need something temporary. We're putting anti-smash on this one.
Now here's a question. If someone had to smash through here now, what will happen?
Once it's cured, the glass would still hold in. It's a good question that you asked.
So I asked the question because I see the videos where they always take the spark plug.
Yeah.
And they say, through the window.
Yeah.
And then it goes right through and then they put the iron inside and they steal.
So what happens is now when they hit the glass, the glass shatters into little squares.
Right.
So what they do is as soon as they hit the glass and they do this. So they hit with the elbow. Once they hit with the elbow, the glass falls in.
Okay.
When the glass falls in, generally, especially if it's female, they get scared. They literally get shocked and they literally just sit because they don't know what to do. And the guy is busy helping himself, half his body in, because sometimes I think we're good-hearted people, so we don't drive off. But some people, they actually drive off and
I slap though too. I've got a knife there in my door.
So it's just
Yeah, wait, sorry, let's delete that editor. Which is me.
so I've seen some people smash people on other vehicles, and yeah, well, that's one way of taking care of those.
So you can't really prove that, like, this anti-smash and grab can't really prevent them from pushing.
No. So it gives you the 5 seconds to drive off.
Okay.
That's what it does. We clean the glasses with acetone, so that we clean all that residue.
There's still more.
Yeah.
Now we have the old window tint out. What are we doing, sir?
So we're pulling the film that you have selected. We're going to cut cutouts for the glass, and then we're going to do the rear windscreen. Probably take us about an hour and a half to complete and put the door pads back.
Now I chose this grade. This is a higher grade smash and grab.
Simple rule: measure twice, cut once.
Now, if I was cutting this, I'd be sitting with a flippin' pen, paper, ruler on a board to try and get the right measurements. No. How you did that so straight?
You use the box line, edge of the box, and you just...
This is why I just talk.
That's why he does what he does and I do what I do. Also has to do with the type of blades that we use. They're relatively quite sharp, and they all stainless steel. These do not cut your glass, they do not score. Okay, so now we're going to do the back glass. May seem foreign to some people as to how this is done.
Yeah, currently I'm that foreigner.
Which is great, because we can't know everything, because if we knew everything, then we won't be doing, and we won't be specialists in whatever we do.
Yeah, because I was confused because you just sprayed water, right?
Yeah. We're setting the back, we're lining the back film. So generally the rear windscreen is a mold, or what we refer to as trying to get the shape of the glass so that we can do it on the outside and fit it on the inside. We're cutting out the shape on the glass. And the next part is going to be quite interesting, which is the molding sequence. What we're going to do is, this is the measurement of the glass. We're going to mark here because we don't cut on the car, so we don't cut the vehicle paint or rubbers or anything to that effect. So the reason why I use a ruler to cut and I don't cut on the vehicle is, if you have a straight line and you have a slight gap on the glass, you don't actually see it. So if the line is straight, it actually looks quite sightly as opposed to it being cut zigzag. So what we do is we use one over the other. Once we do that, we use the scissor. So what happens is we get the template is made first, and then we get the opposite, literally referred to as the butterfly effect. So once this is done, then it's just the fitting process. After the rear glass is molded, and if you see carefully from the sides here, you'll see a whole bunch of fingers, bubbles.
This is a nightmare, this.
Yeah, because if you do this and you just try to squeegee it, right, or blue max it as we refer to, it would crease. Right now, I'm going to show you the process.
My confusion sits with this. I thought this goes on the inside.
It does go on the inside.
So you know my next question, right? What is it doing on the outside?
Because I can't do this on the inside.
So you do this on the outside, you pull it out, and then you place it on the inside. This is what you mean by molding.
Yeah.
Hey, you see, you know, the cells are connecting here in the brain to understand what you are saying. Now what happens if you take this thing out now and put it in the inside, then you still get these fingers, bubbles and everything?
You won't get?
This is like a Swedish massage. Huh?
I haven't been for a Swedish massage.
Neither have I. But it looked like that.
We've molded it. If you go to the side of it and have a look at it, you'll see that there's no bubbles.
Bro, you're one of those hoes that you can draw a perfect circle with your hand.
Something like that. True story.
Remember in school used to do that. This is a high pressure job, huh? This is like a panic. I'm panicking for you.
It's okay, you get
when you're
used
using
to
the
it.
lines there, I'm thinking to myself, yo, you know when I cut things in a pose with a scissors, try to cut your car license, I mess up all the time, boss. I don't know why.
I can't use the scissor to cut my car license.
You
I have to use the standing knife.
I didn't expect you to say that.
I saw some people tear that off
The
with their
way you
fingers.
join this thing perfectly from here to there. This is master tint. Like Master Chef, this is master tint.
The first thing that we do is we clean the rear windscreen on the inside with the scourer, so we don't damage those lines. Then once it's done, now it's time to paste.
Watching Ashwin do this is like watching those satisfying videos on the internet. Just look at how this thing is looking when he puts it up over there and then he uses that scourer or whatever to move the water out. Oh my god. Bruh. I can't take it anymore. I want to see this done over and over again. I'm going to come here every day and watch this or put window tint on. I was wondering where the water goes, but apparently there's like drainage holes in the back of here, in the side and everything. So the water just comes down out of the car. But now it's time to go to the side windows on the passenger door. Man, you did this earlier. How come you're doing it again?
Just double checking, making sure that everything that we did is nice, neat and tidy.
I got that. I'll send you your own personal meme with that. Putting the side window tint was relatively the same process. You place the tint, put some water on it, and then you run it through with a squeegee to get the bubbles out. And within minutes, you have the perfect tint. Cool.
Spa heat gun, please. So again, over here, if we have flutes, so the easiest way to get rid of flutes is to just heat it up a little, make it soft. That's flawless.
That looks nice, man.
So you see the difference between non-tinted, tinted.
It really complements the car.
Yeah, enhances the beauty of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Some people may say that it's dark. Some people say that it's acceptable. It all depends on you and what your preference is.
My preference is Tupac. You can't see me. For the blind spot window, first you have to make a template using a clear film and then simply repeat the process. Okay, Mr. Ashwin, this car is looking absolutely different, bro. I was gonna say amazing, but then that sounds like a fake word. But let's talk about different, right? Because it's so dark, bro, and nice, in a nice way, but it complements the car. So give me a run through.
Okay, so what we had was the old film, which was damaged, and now we've removed it. And your final product is exactly what we did. Strip the car completely, do the back glass, make sure that that's 100%, and the car looks...
So the back tint looks darker than the front windows.
No, we don't.
Why is that? Is it the same though?
Because the light that's sticking on the front.
Oh, the dash.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Got a reflection, yeah.
But I like the privacy that it gives now, especially for me, for my skin issues as well. It will obviously absorb the rays of
the
sunshine.
UV protection layer, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, UV protection. Oh, wow. How many layers are there?
So this one offers 98% UV rays reduction.
So I don't have to wear sunglasses anymore?
No, but yeah, you look good at it, so it's fine.
Okay. Well, guys, let us know what you'll think. And the back glass is really cool. Came out neat as well. We got an audio gallery. We're now branded now, audio gallery, as you can see. I actually like the number plate. I'm thinking of maybe just driving around with this. If I get a fine, I'll send you the bill.
No problem. That's done and dusted.
Nice. I like it. Well, that's audio gallery who specializes in window tint as well. That's where he started. And yeah, we thought we'd give you guys a demo here on how it's going, but we did a full installation. And yeah, if you need, you can contact Mr. Ashwin. Anything you want to say?
No.
Oh.
No. I think they've seen everything, so it's
yeah,
fine.
yeah. If you have any questions, put it in the comment section. So
yeah, we can respond to you.
We can respond to you, and yeah, we'll take it from there.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Took my words.